Welcome to House News. BKSAP emphasized the situation in Palestine is a global humanitarian issue that goes beyond religion and ethnicity, highlighting the need for broad public support. Therefore, BKSAP commits to enhance cooperation between Parliament and civil society through education, fundraising, and coordination of aid distribution.
BKSAP held a discussion with the Palestinian ambassador representatives of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs as well as humanitarian organizations concerned with Palestine. Chairperson of BKSAP of the House, Shahrul Aidi Ma'azat, emphasized the Palestinian issue is a global humanitarian crisis. Therefore, it is important to build a comprehensive public understanding to recognize that support for Palestine is not about a religious issue. BKSAP also opened space for collaboration with various organizations and NGOs with a focus on proper verification and accountability to maintain public trust.
NGO yang selama ini berjuang untuk Palestina atau yang memang teman-teman yang ingin berbuat Palestina itu NGO-nya mesti terverifikasi, kemudian akuntabilitasnya perlu terjaga untuk membangun kepercayaan kepada masyarakat dan untuk menghindari ada orang-orang yang berniat tidak baik untuk dengan menggunakan isu Palestina mengambil keuntungan pribadi. Perlu ada kiranya meningkatkan sinergi antar NGO ini dengan parlemen. Dan kita sebagai parlemen siap untuk memfasilitasi itu. Agar teman-teman ini bisa terayomi. Baik itu dalam rangka memberikan pendidikan ke masyarakat, mengumpulkan dana, dan juga melakukan kegiatan ketika penyaluran di Palestinanya.
In addition, the House promotes cooperation between Parliament and humanitarian organizations covering public education, fundraising, and the aid distribution to Palestine. Through this collaboration, public support from Indonesia for Palestine is expected to be delivered effectively, transparently, and provide meaningful impact for the Palestinian people. Dwi Utomo, TVR Parlemen, report.
Commission 7 highlighted the Ministry of Tourism preparedness to mitigate global impacts on the tourism sector. With geopolitical tensions rising, the ministry must immediately realign its strategy to protect tourism as the main source of Indonesia foreign exchange revenue.
Rising geopolitical tensions in the Middle East have contributed to a decrease in the number of international tourists visiting Indonesia. Since the beginning of 2026, arrivals have declined by approximately 12 to 15%. Member of Commission 7 of the House Putra Nababan stated the decline mainly affects European tourists, which carries significant economic implications because this group usually contributes more to Indonesia's tourism revenue. European visitors tend to stay longer, spend more on accommodation, dining, and travel experiences, and often visit multiple destinations. Therefore, lawmakers urge the government to maintain the stability of the tourism sector by shifting market focus to the Asian region.
Kita harus bisa mengubah fokus kita, ya. Nah, yang juga menarik adalah turis-turis dari Cina dan India. Ya, itu mereka jumlahnya besar. Untuk itulah makanya beberapa waktu lalu saya mendorong kementerian dan pemerintah agar kebijakan bebas visa untuk turis-turis wisatawan yang memang betul-betul mereka sering ke Indonesia itu saat-saat ini harus diberikan. Karena gini, pemasukan negara saat ini juga tidak banyak dan bahkan cenderung tidak ada yang baru. Untuk itulah kita harus mengoptimalkan pemasukan devisa dari wisatawan asing. Ya, salah satu caranya adalah bagaimana mereka merasa nyaman di sini dan mereka datang.
Additionally, Putra emphasized diversification of tourist market is an important step to maintain the sustainability of the tourism sector amid global uncertainty. Besides being a challenge, this condition can be an opportunity for Indonesia to expand its market and improve the competitiveness of the national tourism. With the right strategy, Indonesian tourism is expected to grow and contribute more on foreign exchange sector. From Lampung, Sigit Rilo, TVR Parlemen, report.
The House urged stronger bilateral agreements and improve workforce quality to enhance protection and favor employment opportunities for Indonesian migrant workers. protection is still a major challenge as many still face risks related to safety, legal protection, and working conditions abroad.
In a working meeting with the Ministry of Protection of Indonesian Migrant Workers, the Working Committee on Indonesian Migrant Workers under Commission 9 received various inputs to improve the protection and quality of Indonesian migrant workers abroad. One of the main points highlighted is the need to strengthen agreements between the government of Indonesia and destination countries. These agreements are important to ensure more optimal protection for migrant workers. Vice Chairperson of Commission 9 of the House Putih Sari emphasized the agreement on migrant workers must still revert to the jurisdiction of the host country where the workers are placed. However, high-level government-to-government discussions are needed to make sure these agreements are properly negotiated and provide strong protections for Indonesian migrant workers abroad.
Kekuatan MOU antar pemerintah Indonesia dengan pemerintah negara penempatan. Ini memang harus ada, harus mengikuti lah yurisdiksi dari negara penempatan. Ini yang saya kira perlu pembicaraan tingkat tinggi ya antar pemerintah jika memang kita ingin mengirimkan pekerja migran kita ke negara-negara tersebut. Tapi sekali lagi tentu kita inginnya adalah mereka yang memang mempunyai kompetensi.
Furthermore, sending workers abroad in the domestic sector, such as household workers, is still seen as serious concern because they are often more vulnerable to exploitation, unfair treatment, and weak legal protection. Therefore, the House believes stronger regulations are needed domestically and bilaterally so that domestic workers receive better protections while working overseas. Bondan and Koko, TVR Parlemen report.
We still have more interesting information after the break only on House News. The Ministry of Health has issued a new regulation requiring nutrition labeling for ready-to-serve food and beverages in order to encourage healthier consumption habits among the public.
Amid the growing trend of popular ready-to-drink beverages, there is a new way to enjoy them without worry. The Ministry of Health has introduced the Nutrition Level, a simple guide to help people recognize sugar, salt, and fat content at a glance. The goal is not to restrict, but to provide a quick code so we can be more aware before making a choice. Nutri-Level uses a letter grading system from A to D and colored labels for easy understanding. Grade A represents a healthier choice, while grades closer to D indicate higher amounts of sugar, salt, and fat. Systems like these are not new. Many countries have already adopted similar labels to help consumers quickly understand nutritional quality. Simpler labels are generally easier to understand than detailed nutrition tables. Indonesia's Nutri-Level concept also adopts various global systems. In Singapore, it is known as a Nutri-Grade, while in Europe, there is the Nutri-Score system, which uses a combination of letters and colors from green to red. In the United Kingdom, a traffic light system is used to mark sugar, salt, and fat content with green, yellow, and red colors. The Minister of Health explained this policy is intended as an educational effort to prevent excessive consumption of sugar, salt, and fat, which can lead to various diseases such as obesity, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. At the initial stage, this policy does not target MSMEs and ready-to-serve food businesses such as small food stalls, street vendors, or small restaurants. However, ready-to-serve sweetened beverages such as boba drinks, teh tarik, palm sugar milk coffee, and fruit juices produced by large-scale businesses are required to display nutrition labels and health messages in the form of Nutri-Level indicators.
The Indonesian national taekwondo training team has recorded an impressive achievement on the international stage. Competing against athletes from various countries, the squad successfully secured 4 medals at the 2026 British Taekwondo International Open in Manchester, England.
Indonesia sent its national taekwondo training team to compete in the 2026 British Taekwondo International Open, a World Taekwondo G1 level event held at the National Cycling Centre in Manchester, England. The tournament provides an important opportunity for athletes to earn world ranking points. With participation in G1 level competitions, the athletes can improve their standing in the global rankings. The competitions also featured athletes from various countries, particularly from Europe, including Germany, Italy, Bulgaria, and Morocco, as well as the United States. Many of them were competing to earn European ranking points in the junior and cadet categories. At this event, the Indonesian team delivered a strong performance by securing a total of 4 medals consisting of 1 gold and 3 bronze. Indonesia's participation in England is part of a series of international tryouts, which also includes events such as the 2026 Spanish Opens and serves as a preparations for the Asian Games qualification round in Mongolia scheduled for May 2026. Taekwondo has developed into one of the most popular sports in the world and has been officially contested in the Olympics since 2000. This martial art from South Korea is now practiced in more than 200 countries. In Indonesia, Taekwondo continues to grow, supported by a large base of young athletes and increasingly competitive events. Achievements in various international competitions have also become more consistent, showing that Indonesia is not just a participant but a serious contender in the global Taekwondo arena.
The biopic movie Michael, becoming the first biographical film to surpass $100 million worldwide on its opening day. Based on the life of global pop icon Michael Jackson, the film has attracted large audiences and impressive advance ticket sales.
The latest biopic on Michael Jackson, titled Michael, has set a new box office record for biopics worldwide, earning more than $200 million in its first weekend globally, and becoming the largest biopic debut in movie history, beating Chris Nolan's biopic Oppenheimer. Telling the life story of Michael Jackson, the film takes audiences back through the journey of a global icon, from the beginning of his career to becoming one of the most influential musicians of all time. The film stars Jafar Jackson, the nephew of the legend himself. His performance has become a major attraction as he considered able to portray Michael Jackson convincingly. From his style and expressions to his stage presence, Jafar Jackson's dedicated 2 years to intensive training, mastering the King of Pop's iconic choreography and vocals to provide he was the right choice to embody his uncle's legacy. Behind the story, Michael Jackson is widely known as a figure who brought significant change to the entertainment industry. His album, Thriller, remains one of the best-selling albums of all time. He also pioneered modern music videos with cinematic concepts and introduced the iconic moonwalk dance that gained global recognitions. The biographical film Michael about legendary pop icon Michael Jackson may not end with a single movie, as the producers are already discussing plans for at least one sequel. The project has generated strong interest from audiences and early box office success, encouraging filmmakers to consider expanding the story into a larger cinematic series.
And that's wrap up our house news for today. Bye.